Many horses, if they haven't been ridden for a while or they haven't been ridden very much, they may be a little tense or nervous when you first put the saddle on in a strange place or even at home. So what I think is probably safest for us to do is to lunge that horse around a little bit. You can lunge him with the saddle on, you can lunge him with the saddle off, you can put him in a round pen, but today we don't have a round pen. I know many of you probably don't have round pins, so we're just going to lunge him around on the lunge line. The lunge line is probably between 15 and 20 foot long, and sometimes, depends on how sensitive the horse is, whether you hook the chain to the side ring when you lunge, or snap it there, or this horse is just a little dull, and so we're going to put the chain under his chin. You can either go over the nose, under the chin, or just hook it on the side. If you think a horse is real strong and you're not real strong, then you may want to put it under the chin or over the nose so you have a little bit more control over that horse if you're out in a big wide open place. If you're in a round pen and the horse really can't go too far to get away from you, it really doesn't make that much difference how you have that, whether you want to use a lunge line at all or whether you hook it over the nose or under the chin or even on the side of the halter. To get a horse to lunge, it's kind of like leading, but we're just going to gradually start letting that horse walk. We've taught him to walk. Then we may need a whip, you may not, but eventually as they get to walking, you keep leading with that hand, and kind of here step back, but just keep driving and let that lunge line feed out. You need to keep driving that horse, leading him with that one hand, but keep driving him forward, walking at his hip. If you're walking out in front, he'll probably stop. This horse looks pretty mellow. He looks pretty relaxed. If he's mellow and relaxed and lazy, then you may need the whip a little bit more. If they want to run and buck and kick, you probably don't need that whip at all. To get them to change direction, pull that towards your body, switch hands, and step out in front of them a little bit. Now he's getting a little more. We're going to let him lope here. He'll come down when you get back to the other side here, away from the camera. We're going to switch directions. We'll pull his head in, step back this side, and he'll go back the other direction. We should have changed the chain underneath his chin there, but he's not tugging on this, and so he's really not putting any pressure on this lead strap. So if I was going to switch directions, I'd just go ahead and hook it to the bottom, because right now he's very sensitive. He's bending, he's flexing, and he's not pulling or tugging on this, and so it doesn't make a big difference right now where we have it on. To get a horse to see if the horse is listening to you or if he's just listening to himself. Right now this horse is pretty fresh. He hasn't been trotted or loped today. So we're going to let him keep trotting here a little bit. Oh. To stop him, we'll pull towards our belt buckle. We'll step out in front and get him to stop. You can lunge him as long as you